Hey there and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 magical words you can use today to start helping you handle any objection. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ruth. I'm an online marketer, network marketer, and I help small businesses, network marketers, entrepreneurs create leads and have success in the online space. So for those of you who are network marketers or home-based business owners, entrepreneurs, my guess is that you've experienced some kind of objection in terms of selling your business and selling your products and recruiting people into your network marketing business. So the typical objections that we hear in the home-based business industry is number 1, the cost objection. So if you've got products or services that are on the pricey side, even if they're not on the pricey side, sometimes you will hear the cost objection. It costs too much. It costs too much. Can't do it. Can't join your business. Can't buy your products because it costs too much. The second one is very, very similar, but it has a bit of a twist on it. It's the I have no money objection. So, Ruth, I don't have any money to buy your products. Or Ruth, I don't have any money to start a home-based business. The third one is the time objection. So if you're out there trying to recruit people into your home-based business, you may hear the time objection. Ruth, I don't have time to start a business. I'm busy. I've got kids. I've got work. I've got things going on in my life and I don't have time. The fourth one is the spousal objection. So what's the spousal objection? It's like, hey, I've got to talk to my spouse first, or my spouse would never let me do that. My partner, my husband, my wife would never let me do that. So that's the spousal objection. And the last one is if you are in network marketing, my guess is you've heard the is that a pyramid scheme objection, right? Drop me a 1 if you've ever heard any of these objections and let me know which one you've heard the most. So here's what I did in the past, guys. And today we're going to talk about the money objection. So when I would hear the money objection, I would freeze. I would literally freeze because it made me feel uncomfortable. It was as if, who am I to explore with someone or challenge someone when they say I have no money? If they say I have no money, I am out of there. And you know, God love her, my very first upline that I had 10 years ago when I first started in network marketing, she taught me that this business of network marketing is really just about sharing. It's not about selling, it's about sharing. And that sort of mentality is fine if you're treating your business as a hobby. And that's okay. Right? It's okay. If you want a small home-based business and you're having fun doing it and you know, you love your products and you're having some fun with your team, maybe you're traveling to conventions and it's a hobby, that is totally cool. But if you want to build a sustainable business, meaning maybe you want to replace your income, maybe you want to pay your mortgage down, maybe you want to create a large business, right? Replacing a 6-figure income, then newsflash, you're going to have to learn some sales skills because network marketing is selling. In the end, if you want to build a big business, you've got to learn sales skills. So when I saw my own network marketing business back then not growing at all, right? Pretty much I had sold a little bit of product and that was about it. And those people who bought product dropped off of auto ship, so I was left with not much of a business, then you're going to have to learn sales skills. And one of the sales skills is handling objections, right? So that's what we're here to talk about today. And I'm going to share with you my 5 magical words to help you handle objections. So the first thing that happens, and again, we're going to talk about the money objection today, the I have no money objection. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to ignore it. I know that sounds weird, but people have built into them automated responses when they feel like they're being sold something. It's almost as if it's a protection mechanism. And that automated response can be, I don't have any money. And that response, sometimes people don't even realize that they're saying it because it's become such a part of their language, such a part of their dialogue. Now, you may be thinking, Ruth, that sounds a little rude to ignore someone who just told me they don't have any money. Well, if the person doesn't even realize they're saying it, they won't even notice that you ignored it. And I remember when I first learned this, I thought, man, the person who was teaching it to me, I thought, you are crazy. But long story short, at least 60% of the time, it's an automated response. So number one is you're going to ignore it. What does that look like? It's not rude. It's not nasty. It's basically, you just pretend it didn't happen and you continue on in the conversation you were having. Continue asking questions of the prospect. Get the prospect talking, and oftentimes the objection goes away. Cool, eh? Number two, if the objection comes up again, so you ignored it, but it's reared its nasty head again, and you hear again, Ruth, I have no more money. I have no money. Then what you're going to say is, tell me more about that. That's it. Tell me more about that. So, Ruth, I have no money. Tell me more about that. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the prospect to talk, because oftentimes an objection is what we call a well-planned lie. And that's not a nasty saying. It's just an automated response that people have to end the conversation, right? And usually the first objection is not the real objection. It really isn't. It's just that automated response to get the conversation over with. So tell me more about that. And you say it with love, right? If you're truly doing your business with a heart of service and you really do want to help people, then you want to find out what's going on with them. So tell me more about that. And oftentimes people will start to talk. And that's what you want. You want to create conversation with people so you can figure out what is really going on and whether that objection is actually real. And if through the process you find that the objection is really a fear-based objection, oftentimes the first objection is not real, and the objection is just a fear that your prospect has. So let's say you're trying to sell weight loss products. Well, maybe the prospect is afraid it's not going to work. Maybe they've done weight loss programs before and it didn't work, so they're scared of failing. Maybe if you're prospecting your business, you're trying to recruit someone, and the prospect says, I have no money, and you say, tell me more about that. The more you ask, tell me more about that, and dig, the more you may find that perhaps the person was in network marketing before and had a bad experience, or didn't make any money, or failed, and they're afraid of failing again. So most decision-based objections are based out of fear. It's not what the person is actually telling you. So when it's a fear-based objection, you can actually help your prospect overcome that fear, right? And you're truly creating a bond in a relationship with that person, and not just, hearing the objection and go, okay, I'm done. I went for no, I got a no, on to the next. If it keeps coming up, guys, then you can ask your prospect, and this is a way to finally, once and for all, determine whether the objection is the real objection. You can ask, if you did have the money, would you get started now? And if the answer is yes, then the money objection was not the real objection, right? Or was the real objection. And at that point, you can help your prospect perhaps become creative in finding ways to find the money. So they've now said, yeah, the money is the problem. Yes, I want to get started. So The next question you ask, this is bonus question number 4, is what I like to say is, I work with a lot of people. I like to help people become creative. Are there some, what would you do if you got creative and were able to find the money? So when you use the word creative, it's going to help people move from the analytical side of their brain where they're thinking money, dollars, bank accounts, credit cards, anxiety, and creative brings them into the childlike state where they may be able to come creative and find the money. So, and you can help them do this. Is there anything hanging around your house that you're not using that you could sell on Facebook to find the money? Could you have a garage sale? Could you walk the neighbor's dog for 2 weeks while the person's away and earn some extra money to get started? So there's lots of ways that if people get into their creative mind, they can actually find the money. Now, if the prospect really doesn't want to get started, they will say, if you had the money, would you get started? They would say no. And then you've got a real no, right? And then you can move on. So you've gone through a 4-step process with your prospect, and you've gotten either a yes, they want to get started and they're going to get creative, or you got a real no. Now, these 4 questions can be used in any kind of objection situation, right? Whether it's is that a pyramid, it costs too much, the spousal objection, you can use it through any of those objections and get to the real answer. So guys, I hope you found that helpful today. I did create a blog post about this. If you would like it, just type blog in the comments below and I will share it in the comments. And I'm just gonna pop in here, see who's with us today. Hey, Darren. Hey, I'm the right side. I'm right ways now, Darren. Guys, I shot this video earlier and I shot it in portrait mode and I was sideways. Hey Celeste, hey Dale, how you doing? Anyway, guys, have a fantastic week. If you haven't joined my Facebook group yet, just click on the join group button in my Facebook page. And inside that group, I answer questions live every week, give lots of valuable content, training tips on how to grow your network marketing business online and how to generate quality leads for any entrepreneurial venture. So anyway, guys, have a great week. Nice seeing you here, and I will be back again this week.